lighting my pipe.
Не знал. Всем добро.
What do you think you're doing?
Oh, barkeep. Drink, if you please.
Ah, pointless chatter with strangers does so thrill me. How did you know? You've been sent after our... How curious of you to show...
Hearty welcome to the King Crab Inn, and a pleasure to have you. Psst. Mind if we keep our voices down over that sensitive subject? Death and dark magic ain't exactly great for business, you know. That room where it happened, it was rented to a certain woman. Though I regret to say I can't say exactly. She came heavily cloaked, but paid the full sum in advance. I was used to such transactions after many similar concerning... I saw one other figure go into the room that night. Someone tall, built broad like a man, but shrouded the same as she. Again, I was startled awake by a horrendous hubbub shortly after midnight. I jumped up and grabbed... By the time I burst into that room, it was horribly silent. There was only Jake on the floor. Whoever done it has escaped through the window. But I saw nary a soul when I looked out. You can bet I hightailed it to the Legion barracks faster than a jacker. Councillor Jake, that poor man. I knew too much about his affairs, you know. Never figured it my business to say anything, but... Esmeralda's longest-standing lover has the audacity to remain lodged at this very inn, you know. He's called the Duke of Ferrell. A high title for a low man. If you haven't yet asked him about Esmeralda, I'd recommend it. Well, between you and me, the names he've had. All you see before you is the manifestation of my great-grandpappy Horatius Dungeness's noble vision. Beer and...
Я на этот перк был.
Ah, hello. I suppose you're here to... Yes, she and I have a history. As easy as it would be to pin suspicions on Esmeralda or I assume Jake and Esmeralda had no great affection for each other. He had his interests, she had hers. It's very tragic.
Drink, you please.
Please do shout. Whatever happened to that eager Greetings, Source Hunter. Not exactly the friend. Looking good.
Welcome back, Source Hunters. I've been eagerly expecting you. You found another star stone? Aha! Mere child's play when you know what to look for. And luckily, I do. Do you remember when you first... It's happened again, my friend. Another... It's all connected somehow. You, this place, the void, the You don't imagine that I'd presume to explore it before you? No, I'm sure it's nothing. It's just that beyond the portal, I sense a presence that... But this is only speculation, of course.
How welcome you are upon in the drift of continents through changing seas, the rise and fall. Accept It seems. Ask, and I shall answer. I am the weaver of time. As I have told you, I am but what I am, and that perhaps we are one and the same. Am I the beginning? And am I? Alas, the answers to those questions still elude. A hidden answer lies behind this veil of inscrutability. I believe that starstones will not lead you to... Oh, Hunter, I have no need for company. Like I have no need for air or appetite. And yet, I do enjoy your companion. Quite so. Your absence, it should be. I do not know you, but perchance I may be cured of this blindness. Perchance the blemish may be undone. What it is but a seed bereft of sun and water. What it could be. I reside in another realm altogether. But ever since the end of time appeared, I think but sudden new threads emerged, and I began to weave these starstones. Please, seek the... I have the last test.
What an impressive room.
So it is. A hall fit for kings.
You! It cannot be you. But it can only... But oh, how weak you have become. As weak as you used to be strong. That it has come to this. He won't believe me, the fiend. But they have come, as I prayed they would. Could they save me yet?
Wargraf spotted something.
Мой друг и союзник. Война выиграна. Наша победа сильнее прежде. Это уже свершившийся факт. Это может даже сказать, что последние наши бои с этим бессмысленно. Но если враг не сдается, значит так тому и быть. Он говорил, просто врагами я даже радуюсь. Да. Дайте мне битву. Дьявол побери. Дайте мне горячку боя. В первых рядах сойдусь с противником. Среди последних покину поле боя. Однако можно видеть, скажи, исключение твое присутствие было не в радость. Полагаю, что мы встретимся вновь на похоронах. Пока же прощаюсь. Так, что ж он нашел?
Wouldn't you look fine with a strapping warrior at your side? Or is it mages? Of course, Chief. But maybe you ought to get rid of some of...
I am on the trail, Source Hunter, if you say so.
Back again? I thought...
Slimy, reeking, rotting sea garbage. Slimy, reeking, rotting sea garbage.
Опять бежать в эту таверну, которую бежать все время не могу, а?
Heavenly Harry, delicious dogfish. Yours for a scrap of gold each. Let's see. Oh, my good man. Drink if you please.
Please do keep.
Soon the last will be beaten. Beaten like the anvil of Grog, the torturer. All hail Grog! All hail his hot-steeled instruments.
Ah, you have come. Yes, that is most satisfactory. Begone, brittle.
The game, yes! A game of blood and brutality, of death and dexterity. Fun as herring, the horror hog.
The elves of Gandavon, they lived in peace. Oh, yes. But one night, when the moon had hid her face, the orcs of the tribe of Kazuldagar beset us, all undone. Every last one of us. Except for me, the midnight.
I may be frail, a withered grey, but the wealth of kings is mine. Countless assassins have ministered to the vengeance that is my want, and I have tracked her down by the curse of the spine spear I have. She does not know her ill-shapen sun is setting fast. Yes, Victoria. She is the one whose heart must be held in hand. The orcs of Gazuldagar, they knew my name. Oh, her name is that of a woman, her employment that of a civilized being. But by the fork of Barbara, Victoria, lie my name.
That was quite the radical change we witnessed. I never would have thought that the benign old man we met outside would turn out to be a vengeance-driven aficionado of assassins.
He is as much a savage as those orcs. And how is Victoria guilty of her tribe's crime?
Indeed.
Here I wait for thee in the dark. But the stab.
Yes,
Yeah. Her name, Victor.
You call to Ulgraf. He awaits your queries.
Here I wait for...
the hunters go stalking in the night, By the needles of the million bleeder, they'll end it all.
Hey, stop that.
Blood! By the filed teeth of Sulma's soul shredder, the end is nigh. Death comes a creeping for you, Victoria! The hunters go a-stalking in the night. By the needles of the million bleeder, they'll end it all in blood!
Hello again. How can I help you? Hello again. Mind if we keep our Councillor J, Esmeralda's longest-standing lover, has the audacity?
Hold! Our enemies have laid a trap.
That.
Даю. Я думаю, как говорится, удачно заглянули в этот подвальчик.
Come now, Alistair. Surely you've met your match once or twice.
Ha! The closest I've come to my match is when I linger over long while lighting my pipe.
Look at
How fares your first? You're to hunt down the automaton in the cave. They call the undead Mendian.
Get it while it's fresh. This batch is only out for free.
What? Oh, it's you. Come closer then. Closer, huh? My ears aren't what they used to be. Nor my eyes, for that matter. Yes, hello, Source Hunter. My elf? Oh, myself. I am Cecil, Mayor of Sicil, and husband of the stately Cecilia. I've been the mayor here for decades, and I'm quite eager to see Sicil through these difficult times. Yes, very difficult times indeed. What? Oh, you mean Sicil. Very difficult times indeed. As though the death of Jacon by source magic no less weren't enough. Well, the undead have overrun all but one northern trade route. That's not to mention that at the top of this whole caboodle, there's rumors of some new religious and, while we're on the subject of troubles, I myself have a private matter I'd like to bring to your attention. It involves a magic relic. Jake, murdered? Oh, yes. Yes, now I recall. Indeed. I could hardly believe it myself. The Council and I have... Most of the townsfolk are certain Jake's wife Esmeralda is responsible. In fact, the Legion have taken her into protection. As you can imagine, I've known Esmeralda for years. That business between her and the Duke of Ferrol was always a bit... suggestive. But I've never had cause... An all-right bloke, apart from all this Esmeralda nonsense. The whole town knows the only goal of his business trips to Sicil is to spend a night or two. What? The undead? Yes, for the past 2 years. What of what now? Ah, you mean the staff of Pergamon. Yes, yes. I was expecting a shipment of weapons, and among the cargo, Cecil proved an old fool, though. For the merchant slated to deliver it to me has just informed me that the damn thing has gone missing. I fear his name is Conrad, captain of the Tide Splitter, a merchant ship still docked at the Sicil harbor. You can talk to him if you think it'd help, but I'd quite... The staff itself contains a shard of an ore, highly valued for its use in the weapons of war. I know use of them. Well, I do believe that's something your parents ought to have discussed with you long ago, Source Hunter. But I suppose if... you see... When a lady and a fellow find each other rather nice, well, oh, this is nonsense. I'm the mayor for the 7th sake. I can't be bothered to chat all day about the bird. That depends. The library. Yes, yes, you must have a visit. It's the gem of Sicil. Marvelous.
Walgraf gives you a knowing look. He seems to think the mayor is a few arrows short of a quiver.
What? Oh, yes. This library, my Victoria, has every volume you could possibly imagine. And she's got every... Yes. Victoria's come a long way from that little bundle of claws and teeth I adopted so long ago. What? Oh, yes, yes. I'll be on my way.
Volume 1, Volume 2. Where's the third one?
A source hunter! Oh, what, me? Oh, he's always been something of a rascal, calling his petty hooliganism a divinity. For my part, I encouraged him to join the Legion. That band of see-through armor. Princess Buttercup.
Omnes autem mali. What? What is this? Who are you to interrupt my musings? By not... Oh, but perhaps I spoke too soon. Perhaps I was mistaken. No. A source hunter. That is what you are. Yes, a stalker of sorcery. A chaser of charms pernicious. In truth, I cannot go so far as to say it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, for I take no pleasure in the company of man. But it may just be to our mutual advantage. Why? Simply because you hunt source, and I, Jehan, hunt demons. You are aware, of course, that now I hate what I hunt, but I respect. This is a sentiment I'm quite certain you must recognize. Let there be strength on one condition.
Very well. There will be no deal.
Agreed. Most grat.
Third one gone. Shatsu. Sometimes I think in the name of Amun-Hor, I bid thee Tujda Geta Hal. Be welcome, human. My library is yours, as I hope your friendship is mine. I am Victoria, daughter of Mayor Cecil. Oh, I know what you're thinking. When I was very young, you see, I must have been cast out by my tribe, for I was found in a wicker basket floating past. The fisherman who found me would have drowned me on the spot, for I am an orc after all. But praise be Amon-Hor, he raised me like I was his own. This kindest of souls taught me the language of men, their customs. Indeed you may. The wisdom I here hoard is yours to peruse and even take with you. All I can ask... Oh, do pardon my language, my friend, but that is quite the startling revelation. So much sadness, so much anguish. Does he not see that I am now the one who is to be wronged? Why, oh why must he make me of all So, let us approach the situation with reason and ask ourselves, where do we go from here? Though, first let me say this. Hashizm bil kushum zunum. From my heart, I thank you for warning me. I thank you and I trust you. So pray, let me pose the Leg Fizoda! Yes, a capital notion. Let him be brought before the law. It would probably be better if you rather than I informed Captain Aureus, though. He bears little goodwill to... Yes? Have you decided what should be done about him? Tujageta, friend. Leg Fizz... It would probably be better... Yes? Have you my amulet? But it is Haxmagi, a sacred token that houses the presence of my ancestors. No, I cannot part with my talisman, the keepsake of my soul. Cheap. Place this book here. A volume of poetry among novels? Urak! What mayhem!
Lucky find!
The knight in see-through armor. Princess Buttercup with the blushing bottom. Ständigen. Esmeralda does have a propensity for all things naughty, hasn't she? Who placed this book here? A volume of poetry among novels? Urak! Mayhem. Kaj'Dinor. The brief history of sorcery still hasn't been returned. Teleron will have to pay yet another fine.
Пиратская жизнь. Недавно терпел, что эта книга очень реальна. Хоть ее страницы крошатся под вашими пальцами. Пиратская жизнь. Мика Фолдерс. 1000 демонов и якорь был потому что пораженному отправиться в сайт. Раньше мне даже в голову не приходило ввести деньги. Теперь я чувствую, что они близко. Хочу предупредить всех братьев по ремеслу. Берегите сайт. Солнечный, как его пляж, золотистый, как камень. Он чудовище, самый глубоко бездны ада. Цикл сайфа, потом выйдет закон, на все случаи жизни. Законы противоречат друг другу. Сначала он даже пытается ужиться с этой системой. Идет с подозрением, но боюсь, что любой становится преступником. И пираты едва способны верить. Налог на вход гавани. Налог на день корабля. Налог на вход гавани без корабля. Налог на вход и выход корабля. Сойти на берег может тот, прежде вооружился.
Teleron will have to pay yet
Это
another
допустим,
fine.
если ты являешься капитаном Саси, должен платить налог даже не посещение таверны. При этом вход в таверну для члена запрещен. Карается по закону. Ничего не получаешь, ходишь в шагу, он тебя бросает в тюрьму. Как тому, что берешь ягод в зале ответственный другого. Но это еще не самое страшное. Докладывал, сам уверен, что пещера в форме черепа хранится пиратские сокровища. 2 недели назад осталось дружно наших ртушек. Они до сих пор не пришли назад. А просто болтает, что в пещере водятся призраки, чепуха. Если лучше где нашли люди вернуться, мы сами отправимся туда и выясним. Потом прощается Дипини. Если да, то вам хорошо известно, к чему это приводит. Большинство грибов этого рода, произошедших в регионе, обладает тем же самым эффектом, если вы сметь это зелье выжгите кипели во флакон, это усилит ее действие. И, конечно же, просто смешите с другим ингредиентом. Свойства Друдана, подобно представлению как любое приключение, не рекомендуется действовать в правую сторону, как минимум. Если не предстоит сражаться, найдет свободное время, решайте сами, на тот момент. Впрочем, что главное, можно выжить за флешку и получить намного более качественное состояние. Пробуйте, вам понравится.
Volume 1, Volume 2. But where's the third one gone? Shucks. Sometimes I think these books sprout little legs in the night.
Скрылках классической драмы, что не сейф, обычно стоит не отмечаться. Большинство сайфов, когда возникнет так чудес, отлично бывает, особенно учение встречается на речи отклонения, без дополнительной для приключений, любовника, сервисе и силе, который шесть берегов вел на запад. Не знаю, есть ли заморозный взгляд. Перед собой трагедия на 5 месяцев пути. Не только на последней неделе 6-го месяца достигли последствия один и силы хватит ставить. Если хватит ставить, я больше не буду знать, что здесь нет. А долго не обязательно сказать. Неужели меня это не прежде всего будет результат? Походу, надо будет отыграть правильный вариант ответа.
What do you think you are doing?
Графики героя, очищающий каждый угол.
It's all over. Stefan! I will never forget you.
You there? You look like an actor just waiting for his big day.
Enjoying the fair, aren't you? As I speak to Master Chaucer if you're ready for your debut. He alone can adequately
Seal, what you're made of. And who are you supposed to be? Katarina's? Given the tell me when you're ready to begin, and I'll show you. Ready for your trial by fire, you mean? Not planning on.
You hear distant mutterings of curiosity as a small crowd shuffles toward your stage. Now, let's not be hasty. They may be dragging their feet, but your show is sure to knock the crowd's socks off. As soon as they settle into their... Now, let's not be hasty. They may be dragging their feet, but your show is sure to knock the crowd's socks off. As soon as they settle into their seats, that is. The stage is yours.
Wanted to wait around doing nothing, I'd get a job at cop.
Good show!
The crowd seems to know the tale. They wholly approve of your beginning.
Oh, I hope there's an encore.
Bravo!
The crowd is thrilled. Whatever will happen next is sure to excite them.
Simply marvelous.
The restless crowd is starting to hurl insults. Master Chaucer must feel very self-satisfied right about now. The crowd gasps. They're on the edge of their seats. Go on. Push them over.
Fantastic!
Gasps ring out across the audience. They must know how it ends. They simply must.
Bravo! Wow.
The crowd explodes into applause and appreciation. You've woven them a tale of desperation.
Fantastic!
No, I hope there's an encore.
What is it this time? I haven't felt so Really? Fine. You were absolutely, utterly, inarguably the... Glad you asked.
Ну-ка.
Performers, showmen, show all of them. Seal, what you're made of.
Хватит. Будем уже посмотреть. Печь. Сюда дымку.
Performers, showmen, show all of them. What is it this time? Oh, here we... Not planning on...
You hear distant now. Let's not be hasty. They may be dragging their feet, but your show is sure to knock the crowd's socks off. As soon as they settle into their seats, that is. Now, let's not be hasty. The stage is yours. The crowd seems to know the tale. They wholly approve of your beginning.
Fantastic!
The best in Sightseal! The best!
The crowd is thrilled. Whatever will happen next is sure to excite them.
Bravo!
The crowd seem quite impressed with your delivery. Keep it up.
Bravo!
Simply marvelous. Good show.
The crowd gasps. They're on the edge of their seats. Go on. Push them over. Gasps ring out across the audience. They must know how it ends. They simply must. The crowd explodes into applause and appreciation. You've woven them a tale.
What is it this time?
Well,
Katarina's? Tell me when you're ready to begin and I'll Bravo! Bravo! Well, I'm certainly not afraid of admitting when I'm wrong. That was, well, nearly enjoyable. I suppose... What is it?
well, I'll be a goblin.
The best in Sightseal! The best!
All right.
You there? You look like an actor just waiting for his big debut. What is it this time? Oh, here we go. Wouldn't we all? Wow.
Wow.
Oh, that Gallagher is quite the... Oh.
He's a doozy!
Woo. Wow. Wow.
You there? You look
This
like an
is
actor
the
just waiting for his
finest
big
show
Can you spare a coin?
All right.
The best in Sightseal! The best!
Show all of them. Sightseal, what you're made of.
Wow.
Performers, showmen, show all of them. Sightseal, what you're made of.
Wow.
Wow.
Can you spare a coin?
Come on.
So tell me, Septimus, would your
Leave me be, I've a job.
sated by the Legion should tragedy befall you on the battlefield?
I suppose so, milady. But seeing that I'm neither married, engaged, or attached in any way, I've never bothered to inquire.
Polite, handsome, and single. Don't go anywhere tonight, Legionnaire. I'd be afraid alone in the dark. Lords above, grant me patience. You're a source hunter, aren't you? Here because you think I killed my husband. I am Esmeralda, wife of Jake, and now, alas, his widow. Poor man. We were both so young when we married. He so rich and I so poor, but his one and only princess just the same. Like I told just about every legionnaire in town, I don't know anything about poor Jake's murder. So what happened? Some of them tittle-tattling crab chasers down the pub call me a murderous gold digger and you believe them? These insinuations...
Starstone? I've never heard of such a thing. Dear Jake had a mineral.
Do you mean to imply he collected something dangerous? Something that may have gotten him into trouble?
Well, what do you want to know? Before this war left us hanging like the condemned from a tree, this was the greatest city in Andervale. My own grandfather made his fortune here. Started as a poor fisherman with nothing but a few trout to his name, and grew his meagre trade into a business employing a fair piece of the local population. Of course, the company had to be liquidated.
Sometimes I forget they're even out there, to be honest. Remember, above all...
Quite adamant about her innocence.
Legion's greetings. I have been informed about your heroics on the beach. Were that I had been there to partake in the battle. But my duties lie here. Sworn as I am to protect Lady Esmeralda from the rabble that would enforce summary justice. I am Septimus, 7th son in a household of 9, legionnaires all. Me and 2 brothers of mine were assigned to Sicile from day 1. Alas, both of them have long since fallen in battle against the dead. So fair a lady I have seldom seen in all of Rivellon, my friend. And I have traveled more extensively than steadfast will I guard her. Never will I waver unless absolute proof of her culpability. Jake's murder is, in a word, a trap. And what questions are those? I hold by the belief that this place is cursed. Don't even mention those rotten...
Lucky find! Move along.
Man, what a strong and handsome officer you are, kind Septimus. You must have fought many a battle, am I right? In fact, I bet you're a real war hero.
Oh, I'm no hero. I'm just...
Well, you certainly are my hero. The rock upon which I may rest my weary soul
About
in
setting
these
up the
trying
perfect
and
crime.
troubled times.
Esmeralda has interesting taste in literature.
Another one for the collection. Fastened tighter than the treasury. Ah, so that's what that did. The bloody dagger. Could this have been involved in the crime?
It certainly piques one's interest, doesn't it?